It was a Sunday afternoon, quiet, too quiet, when my sister called. She didn't sound like herself. Her voice was flat, clipped, as if she were trying to keep something contained. "Can you come home early?" she said. "There's something you need to see." My son was napping in the back seat, his small fists twitching against the car seat strap. I was 10 minutes from the house when my phone buzzed again. A message this time, a video. It was short, 15 seconds, maybe 20. Grainy, recorded from behind the half-open nursery door. My girlfriend knelt beside my son's crib, whispering something softly, rhythmically. "Say it again, baby. Say it for me." He giggled, then murmured, "Mommy." Not the word itself. I'd heard him say that before, to the framed picture by his bed. But the way she smiled when he did. That soft, possessive curl at the edge of her mouth. I pulled the car over. My pulse didn't rise. My throat didn't close. I just watched the clip over and over until the light outside turned blue. By the time I got home, I'd decided exactly how this would end. My wife died 10 months after our son was born. A car crash on a wet road. One of those freak turns where the world just changes angles. For weeks after the funeral, the house smelled like her. Eucalyptus, coffee, warm cotton. Then it didn't. People like to call grief waves. It's not. It's sediment. It sinks into you and hardens until even breathing feels geological. I raised my son alone. Bottles at 2 a.m., fevers, first steps. His laugh was the only sound that didn't feel borrowed from another life. When I met Claire, I thought it was time. Time to move on, or at least pretend to. She was kind in the way people are when they want to be needed. She called herself patient, understanding. But love that grows from pity is just debt with better lighting. She moved in too soon, started rearranging things, the kitchen, my schedule, my son's bedtime. Said she was helping. I wanted to believe her, until the morning I caught her standing in front of my wife's picture, whispering something under her breath. A prayer, maybe? Or a rehearsal. After that, I watched her differently, quietly. She'd take my son to the park when I was working, come back with stories of what we did, what we liked. The we always excluded me. Once I found a drawing my son had made at daycare. 2 stick figures, one small, one tall. Underneath, in careful letters, me and mommy. The figure wasn't his mother. It had Claire's long brown hair. I didn't confront her. I didn't raise my voice. I started documenting things, texts, receipts, timestamps. I became the kind of man who doesn't sleep much, but smiles perfectly when spoken to. People think control is the absence of emotion. It isn't. It's the discipline of living with the temperature turned all the way down. The night before it happened, Claire told me she wanted to make things official. We were sitting in the living room, my son asleep upstairs. She reached for my hand. "He needs stability," she said. "He needs a mother." Her tone wasn't pleading, it was possessive, final, like she'd already decided what was best for him, for me, for all of us. I asked her if she remembered the day we met. She smiled, unaware of the shift beneath her feet. Then I showed her the video, the one my sister took, the one of her teaching my son to replace the ghost of his real mother with her shadow. Her face drained of color. I didn't mean stop. I told her what she was really doing, not loving him, but erasing him, repainting the past in her own image. And I told her it was over, that she'd move out by morning. She didn't argue, just stared at me like a child caught stealing something she didn't even understand the value of. The next day, she left, but I didn't let it end there. I sent the video and every message she'd ever written about my son, about our little family, to her ex-husband, the one she said had abandoned her. He replied within minutes. I knew she'd do it again. I didn't ask what he meant. I didn't need to. 2 weeks later, I got a call from her employer. Apparently, she'd missed several days of work. No notice, no forwarding address. The silence after that was absolute. At night, I sit by my son's bed while he sleeps. Sometimes he stirs, calls out softly, not for her, not for me, but for someone he still half remembers from another life. I tell him it's okay, that mommy's still here, somewhere he can't see. I don't tell him about the video, or the note she left on the kitchen counter before disappearing. 4 words in shaky pen. I just wanted family. It's strange the shape loneliness takes when it tries to look like love. I used to think grief ends when you stop missing someone. It doesn't. It ends when you finally understand why they're gone. And when that happens, there's nothing left to forgive.